optimal growth,
Yes.
the plants will require the full 16 nutrients.
Wow.
If you apply
So this fertilizer contains all 16 of them.
all 16 of them,
Hey, this is the product, guys. This is the product. It contains all 16 nutrients. And your plant, I tell you, it will grow very, very well. And to produce yields that you will not even believe yourself. Thank you. Okay, continue.
that's exactly true. In addition to the 16 nutrients that we have in the product, we also have rooting hormones.
Okay.
We have flowering hormones there.
Rooting hormones, flowering hormones. Wow, these are new words, but I believe the rooting hormones is to do with something to do with the roots,
The rooting.
growth of the roots, geotrophism.
Yes.
Oh, I do not know. Okay, and then flowering is to give good flowers. So it's okay.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then we also have enzymes. Enzymes are very, very special because they carry what we call signal markers in plants.
Wow.
And so these enzymes, they actually tell the plant that it's the right time to produce the flower.
Stop first. Enzymes. So they are sort of like a program sort of thing when they direct a plant when to produce flower, when to produce crops or fruits and all this. So that's what enzymes do.
Yes.
Wow.
So the enzymes and the hormones that it contains in the product actually help to regulate establishment of the plants by way of working with the root system, and then it helps to stabilize the plant by way of growth. So the stem of the plant begins to develop. It's controlled by this enzymic process. Then the leaf production, and finally it comes to the flowering stage, and then to fruit production. We have different types of plants. The other plants, they grow up to produce fruits. The other plants, they do not produce fruits. Like some vegetables like pak choy, it does not produce a fruit, but
Yes.
it produces leaves.
Leaves,
And
yes.
those leaves are eaten by people. So there is different ways the enzymes, they tend to work, and the hormones tend to work to establish them, whether it's fruit production or
Okay.
whether it's leafy production or whether it's planting material that has to do with growth of it by seed or by vegetative cutting. All those requirements are all in this one product. And when you buy GrowRF fertilizer, you
Yes.
are buying 16 nutrients, including the hormones, the signal markers, the enzymes. There are some, they are quite complicated, and they are also in here. So when you buy, you are buying a complete shopping bag of food.
Okay.
For the plants.
So this is a one-stop product, we should say.
Yes.
One-stop product for your crop. If you are a farmer, this is a must product. Always remember the name, GrowRF Fertilizer. It's easy to remember, GrowRF Fertilizer. Okay, the next question is, when you first started out, forming the idea, bringing the first product onto the market, did you face any resistance? Or like in the industry, there may be some people who might have been critical or who really opposed you or discouraged you. Did you face anything like that?
Yes. The challenges were quite huge because there are two different types of fertilizers. The other is liquid and the other is solid. In PNG, we have been used to solid fertilizers
Yes.
for a long time. There was never any liquid fertilizer in PNG.
Yes.
So the challenges were huge to convince the farmers
Yes.
that we have a product.
Yes.
It's not a solid fertilizer, but it's a liquid fertilizer. And in order to convince the farmers on this one was very, very challenging for us.
Wow.
And so that's why it took us a long time from 2017
Yes.
to 2019 is to build actually the product itself.
Product. Okay.
Because we had to observe it for a long time.
Yes.
It's not only the observations, but it is to do with the chemical composition and the mixing of it, because many chemicals do not work together.
Yes.
So we had to make sure that these chemicals, they call a word chelation. Chelation meaning that they form into a group to produce one product.
One product.
You know, it's a chemistry term. They call it chelation.
Guys, go back and Google search and find out about these words.
So
okay, anyway, continue.
our product, you know, the challenge was that we had to build a product where all the nutrients are well synchronized, so that you know what the farmers buy is what we tell them on the label, is what is inside the product.
I see.
That was challenge number one. And challenge number two is the equipment that was required to develop this product.
Yes.
We came together with the concept in 2008.
Yes.
However, we could not get into the business because the equipment was not sold in PNG, nor the world was open for us to source it outside of PNG. And so finally, when the world opened up, we were able to find this equipment that was required to produce this one overseas, and that's when we imported the equipment into PNG.
Wow.
So these are the challenges that
you face.
We went through.
Apart from the farmers and established like fertilizers or importation of equipment, any individual, any other person, did they sort of discourage you or criticize the product or the invention or anything like that?
Thank you. I think that was one of the biggest challenges we had. There are many professionals out there in the agriculture sector, in the science world, people who are practicing agriculturalists, people who are teaching at colleges and the universities, all highly qualified. They actually became very, very critical of our product.
Yes.
Saying that the efficacy is the word to describe its strength and its ability to perform what it says it will do.
Okay.
So that's the efficacy.
Yes.
Will it work? How long will it work? Otherwise we might buy it, and after some time it will lose its strength. And so there's our money is wasted. So these were some of the comments, some of the challenges we received. That is why Guinea'S Fertilizer was taken to Australia to be tested in an internationally accredited laboratory.
Wow.
The contents of it must be proven.
Yes.
And then we brought the results back to Papua University, Pacific Adventist University here in PNG, for the chemist at the university to compare the results from the laboratory if they are within the recommended range.
Yes.
And that is how we were able to
convince them or to
convince them that we have a product